EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in just in an absolute free fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing, Jones. Drops it off for Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 12 carries, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Bears at 14-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Fields going to keep it running right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 4 catches, 60 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On second down, it's Coleman. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Throwing on first down. Jones. Open man. The tight end Henry. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On first and 10, here's Fields. He gets this one to Burks. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a first and 10. To throw is Fields. And he fires one incomplete.
That open man that time ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. Fields throwing again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have taken the lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns in to 6 points. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he is caught. Look at the big man rumble. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw again. And this complete to Henry over the middle. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Charlie Warner. As the first half is winding down. And the Patriots have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Rolling to his left. Shedding through the defense. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. That's caught by Montgomery. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 17, Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster from 17 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Here's Fields. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll run with Montgomery. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be caught by Parker. And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A shot downfield for Burks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Here's Fields. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Fields. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if in it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Well, the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get just under 90 seconds remaining. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now Jones and the Patriots down 24-21. A little over 80 ticks to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now Jones to Henry, and he will have a Patriots 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Jones. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Jones throw here taken in by Parker. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case, because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Fields down to a knee here, and that should just about put a bow on this one. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right?